La, ow, 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 ow.
Is that how you want to start it?
Well, I've never done an owl post before, so I just assume that's how it starts.
Hoot hoot, it's Harry Potter and the Boys Outpost Edition! Hello, Amoras, everyone. Welcome to another Outpost edition of Harry Potter and the Boys, the inaugural with Sam Garlip here.
Yes.
Wow.
I can't believe because I know that you do this every fortnight.
Yep,
you do an owl
we
post
tried to.
without fail. There's an owl post goes out every fortnight, and I can't believe I haven't joined you for one yet.
Owl Post, more like Wow Post.
Wow.
Now we're here in the owlery. Oops, sorry, just had to dodge a poo.
Oh,
Had
God.
to dodge a bird poo.
Jeez, I need
but,
a bloody towel. Towel post.
It's it's amazing that it's so you'd think it would be way echoier.
Yeah.
But we use AI to cut out all the owl sounds and all the echo and
Because
stuff.
it actually is quite echoey. If we turn it off for a second. Mike.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You. Can't. See. What?
Do your best owl impression.
I think I get confused between owls and pigeons. Not
Yeah,
not
true.
not when I see them. I can tell the difference. But with sounds, I feel like the.
That's pigeon.
Then what's an owl?
I think owls are more like
Oh, that.
all right. Enough owling around. Let's get into the first owl. Now,
So there's so many owls. There is a lot of owls, and I can see
Yes.
they're all along back. They're all in front of us, on top of us.
a lot of these owls are from a few months ago, so excuse
Yeah.
me, but in a good
There's
way.
starving. There's a few owl skeletons out here. They've actually been wasting away out there.
In a good way, the last owl post, I think, was the one where I was saying, would people want Sam to be part of the owl post? Now, this one comes in from Rowan, who's one of our Patreonuses. Thank you, Rowan.
thank you, Rowan.
Recently updated his pledge from $5 to $10.
Oh,
What a legend.
Patreon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, I'm sending in an owl, baby. That's what he says.
Hoot hoot. Yeah, I love it.
I'd love
back, baby.
I'd love for Sam to be
I'm not
involved
back, baby.
in the owl post.
Yeah, oh, great.
The dynamic between the two of you is definitely the best part of the podcast. That's good. Chapter 1, I guess this is of HPATB. Of this book, Phantom Farter.
So you've been singing this for a while.
Yeah. Chapter 1 mentioned that there will be at least... Oh, okay, this is interesting, knowing what we know now. Chapter 1 mentioned that there will be at least 2 characters whose name contain fuck. Maybe it's not spelt this way, but could one of them be Fuckster Fungorius?
Oh!
Potions expert and author of one of the boys' textbooks.
Oh my God. Rowan?
I think as of... Not this episode we just did, but the one before, he has not appeared, but it is confirmed that Fuckster Fungorius will be the potions teacher at Hogwarts this year.
Wow. Well, Rowan, well done, because I don't think we picked that.
Not at all. I have a question about the Commentors of Kazkaban. It's actually the Commentors from Kazkaban, but anyway.
Oh, so they're not. Do they guard it, or are they just
guess
from?
they
Maybe
are
they're just from there.
Yeah.
They're like, oh no, we're from the Kazkaban area.
We never actually go to Kazkaban. Oh no, they do. Charger and Clownish go to break him out, don't they? Speaking of, why did Mr. Charger and Clownish Kimjiri even break Vladek out of Kazkaban if he wasn't their ally? He only murdered Jordan Borden under their control. Was it so they could control him again, have a fall guy for their crimes? I don't think that was ever explained.
I don't think that was ever explained either.
But I think from my memory, it was clear at points in that book that Vladek was being controlled. But I think, remember, in the middle of the book, I think it said that he broke away from them and they were really worried about that. And I think as a reader, you think you're worried because they've been separated, but they're more worried because he's resisting their control.
okay.
That's sort of, maybe that's a deeper layer of
I
reading.
guess I'm thinking about, Rowan, you might be getting at this, is that why can't they just control someone else? Why do they have to control Vladek.
Maybe because it would be more believable.
Right.
Like he's broken out of Kazban.
Okay.
He's back on the run with a vengeance. He's trying to kill, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Something like that.
That's right, because in Prisoner of Azkaban,
Yes.
does Sirius just break out because...
Well, Sirius breaks out in the books because he sees Peter Pettigrew on the photo of Ron and his family in Egypt.
Right.
And he sees the rat and sees the toe missing and goes, okay, that's Peter. Now I know where he is. And that prompts him to escape.
Oh, okay. Because at least... Yeah, okay. Because then I was like, if he could have escaped this whole time...
Why didn't he just escape? We have talked about that before, about how, Azkaban is apparently you could never escape Azkaban,
never
but
escape.
a lot of people easily seem to do it with
In the few years that we have heard... We hear of Azkaban...
Seems very easy.
In about 3 years, there's a lot of breakouts.
It's also, no one could break into Gringotts. In almost, like in 2 of the books, there's break-ins to Gringotts. So, yeah.
And you can't get in... And no one can get into Hogwarts.
Yeah.
And yet there
all
are...
the time.
Yeah.
This one comes in from Sam Groan. Welcome, Sam. Another Sam.
Oh, good to have you, Sam.
This is, I think, this is Sam, the official Stan.
Oh, great.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Al, the bloody hell are ya?
Love it. What a great greeting.
Oh, actually, this is probably more about TCB, my other podcast. So we'll skip that.
But what? It's an owl, though.
Okay, fine. Thought I'd check back in to let you know I've still been listening to your podcast. Loving the start of the new book. Chit Chat Still Great with Sammy.
Great.
I suppose not so much an owl post, but needed to get the opening line of this email across. Really been enjoying the stuff you're putting out with all your pods. Movie Club, which is me and producer Pat do a movie club on my other podcast feed. Good listen while I'm on the way to work, but also really appreciate the honesty in your TCB pods of late. I feel like I can relate to things you're saying, and it's nice to hear someone be open about their mental health.
Oh.
Keep on keeping on with the content. Truly yours, your biggest fan. This is Sam.
Really good.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, official Stan. And you know what? And you can take that from it's signed off as Sam, so you take that from me as well.
Okay, thank you. This one is from Bella. Super fan of the
yes.
show. Not a stan, but a super fan.
Good on you, Bella.
Hey, Mike and Sam, if he's now involved in the Outpost.
How long has it been since you've done an outpost? Honestly, this is silly.
After Sam's originality was called into question, here's the comparison from his 2 intros.
Oh, this is so funny.
Yeah, at the start of the season, you used something similar at the top, and we had a fight about it, both on and off.
Yeah, and I really tried this time. That's why I did something different our last podcast.
Yes. So Bella's actually re-listened and compared them. So this is what you said. First one, you said, book 4, baby. Second one, you said, I'm back, baby. I'm back like bloody Voldemort. And Bella goes on to say, now you be the judge, but I personally believe Sam is innocent.
Yes.
She then goes on. I would definitely be keen for Sam to be involved in the Outpost episodes. Obviously, always a fan of the vibes, tangents that you two bring. Also, super excited for the merch drop. Well, it's dropped.
Well, what a perfect time to send that message in, Bella, because you've sent it in and
the merch is out
when the merch is
by
out.
coincidence.
And yes, we are reading it now. We don't need to look at the date you sent it, but we're reading it as we've launched the merch. So
Yes.
that is what music to your ears, I'm sure.
Bella goes on. Now, with the years versus seasons versus book question, because obviously this is season 4, book 4, but not year 4, right? Obviously, this is currently book 4, and first chapter of book 1 was uploaded on November 3rd, 2020, meaning that the book is currently in its 5th season if a season is denoted by a year.
Right.
And the book will celebrate its 4th the podcast will celebrate its 4th birthday on November 3rd. Now, but I don't think that's right because we're calling a book is a season.
Right, okay. Yeah.
So this is season 4. It doesn't matter. We could be doing this for 10 years and it'd still be season 4.
I guess like if you're a fan of like the NBA or something like that, that their season goes over, end of one year and start of the next year.
But that's more because the structure of the year there. Isn't it? Like, because their summer is like different.
I guess what I'm trying to say.
It's kind of like the school year in Harry Potter starts in September.
I could say, exactly. So what I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not denoted by the calendar year. It's denoted by the start of the end of the book.
Yes, that's it. Sorry.
let's not bring the seasons into
because
this.
for those
I don't know.
who know,
Let's not bring the seasons to summer. That's very confusing.
I always thought Australia makes more sense because the school year starts at the end of January and ends in December. Like
it does make more sense.
Yeah. Whereas it's so weird in Europe and America. They're like you're not like the class of 2024. You're the class of 2024-25 because you go over that year.
And there's never anything that like. I feel like you just wouldn't have a sense of finality at the end of the year because you're always in the middle of the next thing.
That's it. Because we have end of financial year, which is conveniently in the middle of the year. Yeah, but that's not a celebration.
No,
it's just where we
it's kind of convenient because it's like, oh well, the weather's shit. You might as well stay in and do your tax.
Do your tax,
which
you don't have to do it.
We were just talking on off air how my issues with that. And maybe
Sam has tax evasion issues. The ATO are after him.
They're not after me. They just like to keep in touch. I'm keeping them guessing.
Just pay your tax. If you pay your tax, the ATO doesn't ever.
I think I am paying tax. I think the reason they're not after me is because they owe me money. So they're just like, oh, okay, great.
Well, let's not chase that guy up.
Yeah, we'll have his many tens of dollars sitting in a high interest account.
Amazing. But then, so Australia, you start school sort of like 1st of Feb, you finish school like 1st of December. You get 2 months off over the Christmas, New Year's period. Makes sense.
Yeah. And so how does this tie back into what Bella sent?
Oh, I don't know. I actually forgot. We might have time for one more owl, if that's cool. Okay, this is actually quite a long one. It comes in from Ben.
Bit of an Order of the Phoenix length.
Yeah, this is Order of the Phoenix length. So gear in, you're going to be reading for a while.
Yeah, and well, some of the owls are keeping themselves entertained. I've seen 2 owls out there humping each other on the balcony. So, yeah.
Okay.
They've really gotten used to our presence now, which is nice.
Comes in from Ben. This is such an interesting sort of, I'm just going to say what he's written.
Well, that's the idea.
Avada Kedavra, Mike.
Oh, love it.
Avada Kedavra.
You prompted people for.
Oh, did I?
I think maybe we prompted people for good greetings, or maybe that's just a thing our listeners are great at doing.
Yeah, because they're creative and wonderful and sign up to the Patreon. Avada Kedavra, Mike. And possibly Sam.
Oh, wow.
First time owl writer here with some thoughts on a few topics. Okay. First, I'm kicking myself for not writing in earlier with my Phantom Farter predictions. One of the things I had on my list was that based on the book's title, we'll start to see some Star Wars influences, including a character who talks like Jar Jar Binks.
Wow.
Of course, it would have been a lot more impressive if I'd sent that one in before we met the character, Gobby, of course.
Well, we're reading this so late. To me, you could have. And I would have been like, wow, you sent that before?
There is no discernible time for us. Anyway, a couple other things from my predictions list. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like Goblet of Fire, we'll have students visiting from other nearby wizard schools, even though there's not a tournament or anything, so there's no apparent reason for them to be there. Okay, well, I think it was implied very heavily that is happening.
Yeah.
Beauxbaton will have rebranded as Boobaton.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, don't get too excited.
No, sorry. I meant just, fuck yeah, that's the good pun. Okay. I think I would have made that pun. Maybe I already did make that pun.
I think you probably have, yeah. Cumstrang and Boobaton, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see a lightsaber battle.
Dermswang.
Dermswang. Nah,
Spermswang.
Spermswang. Oh,
if it's Spermswang.
Boobaton.
If it is Spermswang.
Yeah.
God, I don't know.
Amazing.
You owe me $5.
That's all right. The camera's dead, but I'm not even going to put the video up.
Great.
A character will get chopped in half and thrown down a reactor shaft. That's what happens with Darth Maul. Yeah. Okay, that's not it. It's very long.
I'm listening.
On another topic, a few years ago, I decided I wanted to familiarize myself with some audio editing software, and one project I undertook was to edit down the HPATB episodes into just the text of the book.
Get out.
I'm definitely not going to have time to do all of them, at least not anytime soon, but your recent update about the wiki had me thinking if other people would be interested in doing this kind of thing too, it might also make for a cool collaborative fan project. If that's something you'd be interested in at all, I'd be happy to put together a Google Sheet or something where listeners could claim their favorite chapters.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is an incredible, great job.
It gets better. On the other hand, I know you've talked about doing a straight read of the fan fiction in more traditional audiobook style. I have thought about that.
Yes.
It's on my to-do list.
Yeah.
It's just on the lower end of priorities. But if more people sign up to the Patreon, I could spend more time doing it. If you'd rather save any book-only audio for that project, that also makes sense, blah, 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 blah. In any case, the first 8 chapters can be found here on my Google Drive if you'd like to give it a listen.
Wow.
So he's given a Google Drive link.
I would like to listen to that.
Yeah. Finally, I just wanted to say I'm a big fan of the podcast. It's a wild story, and I love the combination of 13-year-old humor with some, in my opinion, surprisingly sophisticated playing with the formats and limits of what a book is.
Keep your opinions to yourself. Ben. No, I'm joking.
And what the relationships are between the author, narrator, and characters. I also do enjoy the chit-chat, and contrary to at least one other listeners, particularly enjoy when you guys say something in the chit-chat, and then the fan fiction goes on to say the exact same thing. To me, it also serves as a delightful little reminder that while in many ways you've grown a lot since then, in other ways you're still the same person you were, something that's probably true of all of us compared with our 13-year-old selves.
That's a really nice sentiment, Ben.
I love that. Thanks, Ben.
Yeah.
Quintingly, now, there is a PS, so hang on.
Well, I was going to say about the... Oh, okay. I'll wait.
Quintingly, Ben, a Dimmy detractor from Chicago, Illinois, USA.
Good on you, Ben.
Now, I thought it was Dimmy defender, Dimmy denier.
Yeah,
but he's a detractor.
No, he can be that. Basically, I know he's on my side.
Yeah, and he's from Chicago.
Yeah, the Windy
Chicago
City.
Bulls. Oh, the Windy City.
Which is a saying.
That's a saying.
According to you.
P.S. I also wanted to say I'm a big fan of your scroll direction. In my opinion, it makes total sense that when you're using a touchscreen, you're controlling the content. But when you're using a trackpad, you're controlling a window that's sitting on a layer above the content. I'm confused. Like, could you imagine if you were using the trackpad with one finger and the cursor stayed in the same place as the content moved around underneath it? That would be horrible.
Yeah, okay. No, because we have had a
discussion.
We've
about
had a
that.
discussion.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, he probably wrote it in the week that we did it.
Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah, I think you do scroll the opposite way to me. But I think Mel does as well.
Yeah, well, 2 against 1. PPS, this is probably for you.
And this is maybe a
reference to the book, yeah.
And the Mr. Charger letters.
PPS, what are your thoughts on tap to click? A convenient time and effort-saving setting, or an annoyance that leads to constant accidental clicks? I don't get accidental clicks.
So do you just...
I'm fine with a tap to click. I never accidentally click with it.
Because I think on mine I have to press harder, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have an old laptop?
No, or maybe I don't.
I don't know. Here's what we do. Send in another hour, Ben, and we will and clarify what you mean.
Maybe even a video.
Give a video.
Demonstration of what you mean.
There's PSSP.
Love it.
I think there was maybe a thing where listeners were supposed to guess how to spell Bella's last name after hearing you say it out loud on the show. Based on this half-remembered segment, my guess is McCoombs, MCCOOMBS. That's actually wrong. Going to be real embarrassing, though, if I've misremembered her last name. You didn't, but you spelt it wrong. Diddle-dee-dee, Ben.
Amazing owl.
What an
Ben.
owl.
And
God,
that
owl's getting a treat.
Well, and look, that owl, I did see they look absolutely exhausted when they came in. They were weighed down by this giant scroll.
Massive scroll.
Barely made it.
Yeah. Someone should send in a howler. Like a voicemail. A howler. We're open to howlers.
We are open to howlers. That is a great idea.
Howl post.
That's good. So, well done, Ben. I almost actually feel very sorry for you that you had to...
Me or Ben?
Ben, going through the audio, trying to decipher when we're speaking, like going and cutting that audio and going...
Cutting the chit-chat.
Okay, they've stopped...
Yeah.
Wait, is this part of it? No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Okay.
That's painful.
I'm really interested to listen to that.
Well, Sam, thanks for being on another owl post. On a owl post.
On a owl post. Because, well, look, I thought it was time I joined. Again, I know you keep them up really regularly.
It's nice up here in the owlery as well.
There's a lot of fresh air. I can see across the Great Lake. I can see the giant squid is inking someone.
He's grabbed a student. Oh no!
Oh my god!
He's drowning a student.
Oh my god!
Oh dear Lord! Oh my god! We need to stop recording. All right, goodbye, Amores, everyone. Oh dear God!
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness me!
Hey, you know what?
That boy has drowned in the lake.
Someone else will call someone. Let's just
go. Yeah, someone will call. Yeah,
that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. All right, see ya.